Hello, YouTube viewers and PlayStation Network members. Welcome to, well, this game Let's Play. Since I'm a little bit on time, please apologize for the inconvenience. But I'm basically, I'm getting ready to make dinner because, well, here in New York it's about 5:30, and I'm a little running late with making dinner. Alright, one of the things I'm going to basically need is a pot, of course. I'm going to let the water run for a little bit. And of course I must apologize for coming out of the space of the camera. Green beans, of course. And let's not forget drumsticks. There's about 4. There's only 2 people. There's me and my fiance. I'm only cooking for 2 people, but if you're cooking for more than 2, then get whatever. Salt, iodized, if you want to basically do that. And of course, you want to get your spices, onion powder, my spice rack's right near the garlic powder, and one more spice. And of course, lemon pepper. And of course, what I'm going to basically do, well, that's smart. Put it everything else. So, let's see. Water over here is warm. Oh, I almost forgot one more ingredient. Yeah, one more thing for this meal. And what is that, you ask? Well, that's kind of funny that you ask, even though you're probably not asking in the chat. Okay. Okay, I got my pot of water. Now, what I'm basically going to be making is green beans and rice with chicken. But of course, the rice is in my cabinet here. I'm going to use Carolina enriched rice, which is large. And of course, since it's 2 people, this of course 2 cups. And of course, this, if I put 2 cups up, makes well, 1 cup basically. What I need, and it's 4 servings. So, and put that there. What I'm gonna need to do, I better move the cord because I'm gonna, I got my laptop. Normally I don't do these type of live streams and stuff like that, and of course I'm the only one viewing. Oh yeah, hold on a second, because that's, of course this is an extreme, what you call it, you're not going to actually hear anything in the background while I'm on the computer. Oops. Because, of course, okay, I'm going to be shifting back and forth to the stream. Back and forth. Okay, now let me get the camera on the food here. Okay, if you basically have your chicken wrapped in tin foil like I do, and hopefully it's fully defrosted, which reminds me, I have to get something for tomorrow, which will possibly be kibasi and pasta. Yeah. Big mess over here. And of course, I'm in my pants, my sweatpants. Yeah, this is going to get very loud before it gets any quieter. So, what I actually have to do... Oh, this is not going to turn out good. Now, if you're like me, and you want a speed progression of cooking and everything, or have like a speedy progression of having to say Like, okay. Like me, you want your food to be done within probably under whatever. But let's say if you're like me and you kind of want to stay on your computer. Well, hold on a second. Let me just take these. Oh, yeah. Oh, this looks good. Not cooked yet, but it looks good. Well, I didn't start cooking yet. Now, one of the main things about cooking food, and if anybody here is in the chat besides me watching the stream, this is not a gaming video. This is just a cooking thing. So it's let's cook this if we can. That is. Well, I don't know if I put that is, but okay. One of the major things I basically do, since I'm a speedy person and I actually want to hurry things along so I can watch things on YouTube and on the internet, is okay. You take a knife, if you got drumsticks or thighs or whatever, is what you do is you stab your knife. Like, children do not do this unless you have parents in the room to supervise, but let your parents basically do this. Poke the chicken and watch your fingers so you don't get jabbed. Now, what this is basically going to do, I mean, some people out there probably say, oh God, that's like so stupid, you know. But it's, in a way, it's kind of stupid, but it's not when you kind of think about it. Because when you cook it, not only will it heat faster, it will also, you know, well, as you'll see during this live stream cooking thing, yeah, I got it. And of course, okay, one of the major things about cooking is, yeah, always wash your hands. I washed mine before starting the stream. That's one of the major things. But another is always pay attention to when you're cooking, which sometimes I don't, to quite frankly be honest. So what I basically do is I'm continuing stabbing the chicken with a knife. And, you know, just make sure there's enough, it's like, almost like trying to do a potato, but very differently. And, of course, this takes a while. Yeah, this could, you know. And, of course, once I put enough holes in the chicken, the drumsticks, and stuff like that, you know. And of course, if you hear noise in the background, it's probably going to be my fiance waking up. You know, she came home from work, rough day, has a little bit of a headache, so she's watching Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets in the bedroom. Yeah, I would love to do a live stream again of Let's Play. I would like to do I like to do an RPG Friday of Wild Arms. I've gotten pretty far on it. Okay. But, okay, now that you got that done, one of the other things is, okay, if you're... Okay. Now I put that on top. I'm going to need the lid for that. Sometimes I get a little frustrated in cutting and stuff like that. I forgot to close that. Okay. But we'll worry about the green beans in a little bit. Okay, now you want to season your chicken a bit, right? So, sprinkle a little bit of salt on the top and the bottom. It might look like I'm pouring a lot, which sometimes I absolutely do. Yeah, gotta flip them over. Normally I don't put salt on the chicken, but you know. Okay, and once you're done putting this, your ingredients on it, see, if you basically watched my cooking video of John 11 Hot cooks and everything with the sausage, sausages. You know, I did that by cutting it in half, so it's a lot longer to cook them. But now I basically figured a new and easier way, although it's a little slower. So you basically put your seasonings and stuff on your drumsticks. Now what this basically does, now when I jab the chicken with the knife, the seasonings will soup into the chicken. Basically, not only will the outside taste good, but the inside might have a little flavor in it too. Sometimes that happens. So I'm putting the seasonings on the chicken, which first I put the salt, which I don't normally put on, and then of course a little bit of garlic powder, or you can mix it up, get garlic, salt, but then then of course you don't want to be in too much of a kick because you're going to be adding the lemon pepper last. So the next thing you do is you put like a little bit of onion powder on both sides of the the drumsticks, and of course, when you're done with, and of course, if you want, if you're like me and you're like lazy and you're like, I really want to get back to watching my computer and watching other people play and stuff like that. The best idea basically do is preheat your oven to probably, but I wouldn't recommend this for little children to do because this is not smart for them to try to do. So, if you want, like let's say you're like a little bit down on time, right? Well, I know I'm not done with the spices on the chicken. I still got the lemon pepper here to put on the chicken. So, let's say, okay, I'm a little low on time and I want to go back to watch my thing, but I want the chicken to cook faster. Now, some people basically put it on like maybe 400 degrees, which sometimes good. But if you're kind of like not wanting to eat late, put it up to like maybe 450 or 500 degrees, which be careful because you could probably make your house or apartment explode. Always check it on time to time. And of course, children, let your parents handle this part. What you're going to actually do when you check the chicken, if you see it's boiling and stuff, that you flip them over with tongues or whatever. Just use these, and you turn them over when they're in the oven. You do that every couple of minutes or so. You check on it in the oven here, and of course, I gotta add one more ingredient before I can start with the other stuff, and that's the lemon pepper. Lemon pepper is like really good. You don't want to overkill it or overshout it or anything because then you're gonna have like really major problems. Like if you're like me, I sometimes get heartburn really bad. And if you want, if you want to get it all over the chicken and everything, just sprinkle it all around. Or if you got it like on the tin foil, see that's why it's good to have the tin foil. Because if you have your chicken and drumsticks or whatever on tin foil, you can basically just sprinkle this stuff around the chicken. Okay, there we go. A little bit more on the bone part, and put the lemon pepper away. Now I'm going to basically just show you. Like, I don't know if you can see it clear, but they're all sprinkled with the lemon pepper and the other seasonings. Now it's time for me to put it in the oven. Always put it on the bottom part, but be careful that you don't burn your hands. And when basically handling that, use an oven mitt. I don't have oven mitts anymore because, well, most of them got gunked up and everything. So I end up having to use this, but be very careful because it could ignite. Like the heat or whatever in the oven can pretty much light up on this and start a fire. So, with that said, I gotta basically say one thing. Always have a fire extinguisher in handy. But like lucky for me, I've never had a fire. Never and nor will I ever have a fire in this apartment. Thank God. Okay, so we got those cooked for a while. Yeah, like they'll probably be done in half the amount of time. It's like 5:46 here in New York, and I don't know what time it is in where you are. But like I'm basically okay now. Next thing that we want to do is we want to. Okay, we need the measuring cup. Now, let's see. I gotta go by the instructions. Yes, I read instructions. It sucks, but it's official. Okay, so I'm making rice with this, right? So I want 2 cups of rice. Not 2 cups of rice. 1 cup of rice, 2 cups of water. So now here's a problem. 1 measuring cup, right? That's where, ta-da! We got this in handy. So you use this for either the rice or the water. So I want to put in 1 cup of rice, which could be in this or in the measuring cup, and 2 cups of water. And of course that sound is the cookie sheet, because the heat is like making the metal wobbly or whatever, so it's like boom. So with that, what you call it now, I'm gonna put in hot water. I'm over by my sink here, you can't see, so I'm adding the water into the pot first. Okay, here's the water. I can show you. Yeah, there it goes. And we put like 2 cups of water. Now, one of the smartest things to do when you're cooking, like especially if you're making rice or macaronis or whatever, one of the major importance is safety. Now, one of the things you want, like let's say you want to speed things a little bit, okay, like for instance, the green beans I'm going to basically get to next, but we don't add the rice into the water yet. But what we want to do is we want to turn the front one on. Okay, we got the pot of water running for the rice. We want to make it go quicker, so we put the lid on top of it. And I have the water running. Okay, so we're gonna open this when I start seeing this boil. Yeah, sorry, can you see me? Okay, let's see. There's no one else here in the chat. I don't know why I'm wasting my time, but if you have any questions, if you're in the chat and stuff that, but okay, now the next thing I'm going to basically do, I can't do it in front of, you can actually see the flame. Ooh, don't touch that. Got ya. Okay. Got my thing to check on, got to turn the chickens over. The little chickadees. Okay, so we want some green beans, like maybe a handful, like this much, because I'm going to just cut them up. And of course, save the rest for another day. Okay, the next thing I've got to do to these green beans is I've got to wash them. Can't have dirty vegetables in your food. Never have dirty veggies. Nah. Like no, it's not good. So, we do this. Always get the right kind of knife. I'm not gonna use that one. Let's see. Water's not boiling yet, but there is a little bit of moisture on the glass. Now, the one thing is I'm not using the tips because, well, the tips are like really Now, if you want to actually give your green beans a little bit of flavoring, well, one of the major things you got to basically do when cooking and stuff like that is you want to, of course this is slowing my time here because it's like now 5:50 New York Standard, New York time. Now the one thing though is like I was saying, if you want to give your green beans or vegetables any flavor or something, you can do that if you want. But me, I wait until the vegetables are like steam cooked enough where you can actually add some flavor, but you can also do it before you add, before you steam them. Like for instance, right now, I don't have the flame on for this one. So what I'm basically doing is I'm cutting the tips, but this is like slowing my progress time. Usually, you could basically cook them and then take the tips off, but that's kind of a hassle because then you have to worry about having to cut the tips, and if you forget it, and it's like all mushy and So this is going to go on to like probably a little after 6 or so because, well, I started a little late. Okay, so we continue cutting the green beans. There's kind of a fast way to do it, but you have to be very, very careful when you're doing it the fast way. Like I put them in a row like so, and the water is boiling. So that means time to add the rice. I'm not done cutting the green beans in case you're wondering. Okay, now my hands are a little wet from wetting the green beans, so I gotta dry my hands off. Open the spout of the rice. Okay, there we go. And of course, I'm going to make 1 cup, so I need 1 cup. Makes 3 cups of witch quart. So I gotta. We're gonna. You guys are gonna basically. No. I gotta lower the flame in the front a little bit. I gotta basically watch what I'm doing here. Can't go over 1 or I'm gonna have problems here. Okay, let's see. Does that look like it's on 1? I can tell. Maybe a little bit more. Okay, that's good. Put the rice back up in here where it belongs. I think I went a little over. Yeah, I did. It's just that it's going to be much water. I'm going to add in the boiling water. Now the one thing that's actually good is since there's nothing in it. Now the one thing you got to basically do when you're working with rice is you got to check on it every so often. Now when all the water in the pot is fully dissolved into the rice itself. There's a little piece of rice on the spoon. And spoon. Ow, I just whacked my hand with a spoon that was in the hot boiling water. Okay, now I gotta be careful when I'm doing this in front of you. Now I have like all these green beans right here. I'm gonna basically show you, what I'm basically gonna do. Gotta be very careful. Cut these ends off. Cut these ends off. Sink or on the trash can or whatever you desire to do. Now these are fresh green beans, not frozen. I mean, you could use frozen green beans if you want, but well, technically these are fresh, so you can get them in the produce section of your grocery store, which would probably be whatever grocery store you go to. Me, I go to ShopRite, which is like really good store. So I'm basically chopping them up. Always watch yourself, especially if you're doing a cooking video and on the stove or near a stove. See, normally I'd be using my video camera for this kind of stuff, but since can't use a separate camera, I'm kind of stuck with doing this. Okay, then I take these witch quarts, and of course the last so I can get started with steaming the green beans that are in the pot that I'm going to be steaming them from. And in a few minutes, I'm going to be watching Mars Girl play Fist of the North Star for PlayStation 3, or was it PlayStation 4 or something? But, she'll be doing, let's finish this game. Of course, here in New York, it comes on at 6, while she starts at 5 in the afternoon or in the evening, because it gets pretty much dark around 5 or 4:30-ish. Now you notice that I'm being very careful, and I'm putting my fingertips like which part? See, take these ends on there. Okay, sometimes you gotta let there's like bubbles and stuff like that, so you gotta be you gotta watch. Green bean, yep. Don't do this at home. Yeah. Okay, we got our green beans in there. That there. That there. Now, like I was saying before, we got the blob here. If it could stop the blob. Okay, then we start steaming the green beans. Yeah, my stove's being a little tedious right now. Like, it's... Everybody's stove basically does that sometimes. Okay, take the spoon. Sometimes you gotta move the rice around so, it doesn't stick to the pot. When I make pasta and stuff like that now, okay. Now, like I was saying, if you want to add a little bit of seasonings to your food, of course, I'm going to basically use the same knife I was using to cut the green beans. Now, since I don't have a lot of small little green beans on the thing, I'm going to basically take. Let me just do this right here, and I gotta be careful. So I'm near a stove. Don't do this at home. Okay, take a little bit of butter. Like maybe about this much. Put it in on top of the green beans. When it's like starts to melt. Wrong way. When it starts to melt, in the pot and everything. You start putting seasonings if you want to. Put a little bit of salt if you want to. Okay, as for the rice. Okay, I'm going to stop for a sec. As you can basically see, the rice is not ready yet. There's a little bit water over here. I can't tip it over. It's going to spill. But, it's not ready to be yet. So, I'm basically having to But when all the water is out of the pot, like, it's souped into the rice and everything, and of course... Alright, so all there is to do is just wait. So as I'm waiting, I'm going to check to see... Okay, I gotta reload the thing because she's going to be starting... Unless she's having trouble... She's streaming right now. Go to her channel. It's finished that game, Fist of the North Star, Ken's Rage, that she's going to be finishing. She's probably started now. Infomercial. And I skip it. Of course, you're not going to hear anything. And, of course, okay, I'm going to throw my attention away from the food. Lower the flame to between 2 and low. Okay, so I'll just kill some time for a little bit. Hi, how's everybody doing today? course, I'm on Mars Girls. Let's finish that. Yeah, I finished that game. Cooking, and I'll be right back. I gotta. Wash my hands. Bring the soap. Here we go. There we go. Ooh, that soap smells good. Okay, use the towel. Dry my hands off. Okay. Alright. Now I'm gonna put the headphones on. Well, of course, at the same time, I gotta since I'm near the stove, I gotta check. Oh, she's on her PlayStation 3! But now, in case you basically don't believe me, hold on a second. Oh, the rice, I think, might be almost ready to be pretty much cooked. Yeah, see, it's getting close to it. Yeah. Sometimes you might want to put a little butter in it and stuff like that. Okay, I think that it's still a little soupy. It's soupish nooper. Right, the rice on there. It's on the low flame. Like I was saying, if you don't believe me that Mars Girl is playing a game right now, I'll be right back. I'd never do that. Yeah, got my PSP with me. Alright, rice should be done very soon. Check on the chicken. Yep, I'm gonna have to flip them over in a minute. Okay. Gonna check my friends on here. Of course, it should say that Mars Girl is online playing. Yep. Of course, she is. There she is. So if you're basically watching her and watching me at the same time, she's playing. Yeah, she's trying to finish that game. That from Fist of the North Star, Ken's Rage. So that's also a cool way to basically see what she's playing, or if I missed it. You. While I'm watching this, I'm doing a live STREAM live stream as well. Just cooking, DINNER. So no, let's play today. And of course, you'll probably answer my message. Or probably somebody in the chat will. Wow. It's almost like... Oh, it better not be the end of the game. I'm gonna hate to do that. Wait, am I still streaming? Yes, I am. Well, I want to watch her stream too while I'm streaming. Take the headphones off. Whew! Is it? Yeah, it's getting hot. That would be because of the stove. Okay, so the rice is already cooked. Of course, see, now it's like not so soupy and everything. So I want to basically put the rice in this bowl here, which is, you know, so all the rice is cooked and everything. Sometimes you might want to put a little butter in it. Put some water in your pot that has leftover rice in it. See, that's why it's kind of good to go a little bit over, but not too much. Of course, it's going to be clumped together. And of course, turn the stove off. Like, not the stove, the stove top off. Put the lid on top of the water in that thing. Which I gotta remember to clean the dishes when I'm done with this. Or when I'm done watching Mars Girl do her Let's Finish the Game Fist of the North Star. Okay, now the green beans are a different story, so I want to, the butter's like started to melt. Ooh, it's hot. It's hot here. Put that in there. And if you like, you can, nah, but I'm not going to do that. Put a little bit of salt on the green beans. Put a little bit of seasonings on it, like a little sprinkle. Onion powder, garlic salt, whatever you have. I mean, yeah, I know that this ain't as good as the other video that I have of John 11 cooks and stuff. Or wow, John 11 knows how to cook or whatever. A lot of green beans. Okay, put the lid on that for now. Now I gotta check on the chicken. Of course, I turn on the oven light. Oh boy, it's hot in here. Okay. Now, basically what I'm gonna actually do is I'm gonna actually take the thing out and show you what I'm gonna do. Normally you don't do this, but I gotta be really quick about this because Jesus, it's fucking hot. Oh yeah, that one really spewed a lot of. Look at this one. Not good. I think some of the blood or whatever's inside the chicken. Basically, so I'm flipping them over with the tongs or whatever you call them. While at the same time I have the oven open, which is extremely warm as hell. Now you know where my nickname Hot came from. Hot Pockets! Nah. Okay, put that back in the oven. Oh, and holy cow, it's hot in there. It's getting hot in there. Just don't take off all your clothes. Nobody wants to see a naked person in the kitchen. Oh, man. Okay, the water is boiling because I'm seeing, you're probably seeing steam coming out. I should have put like a little more green beans, but I need the rest for something else, like for when I make something during the week. Probably Thursday evening, like around maybe maybe 5, 6 o'clock or so. I'm going to be probably doing this again, but I'm going to probably do it like differently. I'll probably be making like pasta with either these kind of noodles, which are these kind of noodles, or that. If not these, probably the rotini, which is the spiral noodles. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, it's these noodles, spirals, or the ziti, which are the medium built noodles. Which are these ones? They're like macaronis. These are the kinds that teachers have people make little arts and crafts with and everything. But we're not making arts and crafts with food. We're cooking it. And of course, I'm going to make that with the kibasi that I took out for tomorrow. So I might probably do a video maybe tomorrow. Probably not, but I might probably do it Thursday, like around the afternoon. So I might want to take out an extra thing of kibasi for Thursday, so that's basically out. Now, kibasi, since I got a lot of time before the thing is done, before the chicken's done, I'm going to basically show you what kibasi looks like. Okay, this is going to probably work for I cut the kibasi into a couple of parts, so this is kibasi. Get your head out of the cutter. And of course, kibasi is like a big sausage kind of thing, but it's a meat product. And of course, I'm going to be making this tomorrow and possibly Thursday. Oh man! One thing I could basically tell you about cooking and having to do a live stream of it at the same time is it gets very, very, very warm very quick. So, yeah. So I'm basically having to watch the food and try to watch Mars go play, but I have my thing on the screen, so that's a pain in the butt. Okay, but I gotta drink something, so I'm gonna go get a thing of iced tea. And now I'm not peeing near the fridge. I would have the camera towards it. I'm basically going to show you that I'm not taking a whiz. We're off to take the wizard. Wonderful Wizard of Oz. Oh God. Why am I singing that song? Okay, got my iced tea. See, that's what that noise was. Alright. So we basically got to wait for put the chicken in here and in the old oven. Holy macaroni. It is hot as heck in this kitchen. And I'm not even joking. But with the kibasi, since I'm killing time here, with the kibasi, what you want to basically do with the kibasi is, which you'll probably see me do Thursday evening, like around 5 or 5:30, 6 o'clock, is I'm going to basically, it's going to be a quick cook video, live stream. Oh man, it's hot in here. You do not know how hot it is. When you live in a small apartment and your kitchen is also part of your living room at the same time, it's kind of like that, because I'm not watching my stream or my chat, so if you hear in the chat, thanks for coming, but I'll basically go to my chat in a little bit, but there's no one watching, so no big deal. I'm not missing anything. Alright, I gotta check the green beans. Yeah, these green beans look like they're almost ready to be taken out and put with the rice and everything. Yeah, I didn't put a lot of green beans in, which kind of is sucky because, you know, when you got like maybe 4 servings of rice, which, you know, this is all the rice. I mean, this is like Chinese food. I like soy sauce on it, you know. It's got a little bit of salt, but too much too much sodium in that. So, yeah. Oh boy. So after I'm done cooking and preparing and serving and stuff like that, I'm gonna be cutting the stream. So, you know, but I'm not done yet. I still got a couple of things I gotta do before getting off the stream and everything. So lay back on that. I got, you know, one of the major things I basically gotta say about doing live streams, especially a cooking live stream, which is very complicated. So if you're basically thinking, oh man, isn't this a gaming video? No. I don't know what to call it. It's either education or a how-to or something like that. And of course I'm putting all the dishes that are clean already, putting them away. Close that. And of course I'm going to be cleaning the dishes. Yeah, so. Alright. Use warm water when cleaning your dishes. So this is more than just a cooking video. It's a safety thing. Alright, so I'm basically washing the dishes with hot, and you don't want it too hot or you're going to burn your fingers while washing the dishes. Yeah, so there we go. Yeah, here we go. Got one thing in there. Gotta wash out another here. So I got a sink full of dishes almost in here. I don't want to have any more added. I got already a pot of green beans that are almost ready to be taken out of the off the stove and put it in with the rice and everything like that. Sometimes you got stuff that sticks on your pots and pans and Tupperwares or whatever. You want to put some elbow grease into it. Oh boy, Martha Stewart. I am not. And thank God, she ended up in prison for God knows what, or probably didn't. I don't know. I don't stay with the here and now kind of stuff, you know. Okay. There. And of course, when you're cleaning your utensils like knives, always be careful when you do that, because you can cut yourself very easily. I'm having to use the webcam. Of course, I'm checking the chicken at the same time because I got the light on in the oven to see how the chicken's coming along. So if you basically, if you're just watching this past live stream on YouTube, you know, thanks for watching. You know, it's always although I sometimes always like to see people on my stream when I'm doing a Let's Play or RPG Friday. And if you're in the stream, I can't see you because I'm basically having to pay attention to what I'm doing. Thanks for coming and stuff like that, or welcome and stuff, Even though this stream's gonna end very soon, once I'm done preparing dinner, completely done. I just got all these dishes in the sink, and I'm killing time while the chicken's still cooking. The green beans are probably done, but can never be too sure of yourself or whatever. But if I want to, put the flame on very low. Oof. The dials are getting warm because of the oven. That's the only thing you gotta hate about ovens. You know, ovens are basically extremely warm. So it's like, oh my god, you know. So I'm basically washing all these dishes that were in the sink a little bit this morning to now. Yeah, I'm a little lazy when it comes to doing dishes and stuff like that. You know. But my fiance sometimes helps with the dishes, which is great. Just love her help. One thing that sucks is when you got stuck on food like rice or... Now there's also something cool that you can actually do with kibasi. If you have leftover of it and stuff like that, and this is the coolest thing. There's like so many things you can basically cook and everything that could be breakfast or dinner food. Or brunch kind of food, whatever. Hold on a sec. Let me just... Gotta put some elbow grease into this one. There's like stuck on stuff on there. You gotta put like a little bit of elbow grease into it. And of course, see something like I'm gonna be honest with you guys. You know what happens when you got the when you got the flame on too high and you don't pay close attention to what you're doing? You could actually do this to your frying pan. Yeah, it's kind of terrible. Yeah, but you know, sometimes I'm a speedy cooker and I want to get things done. Get all that grit and stuff out of there, like stuck on. Because this morning I made scrambled eggs for breakfast. Me, for lunch, I just had like banana. That was like great this afternoon. Me, I don't eat too much. I kind of save my appetite for late meals like dinner. Which brings me to my other story. Sunday I basically did a big no-no, you know. I basically went out to dinner. Basically I did my Christmas shopping. I ended up having to buy for 3 people. And on my way home I went and got Chinese food, brought it home. And of course, if you see me going like this very close to the camera, I'm looking to see if there's any people that are viewing or viewers, which I have none. And I just touched my head. Okay. Now the green beans are probably done. Gotta be. Now if the handle... Okay, let me bring the camera back to the stove. Now if the handle is very warm, sometimes if you don't have an oven mitt, but I highly suggest that you use an oven mitt. Don't do what I'm doing. You know, it's not smart because you can easily burn your hand. So I'm making an oven mitt out of this. Gotta be really surprised because the handle on this, like on the pot, might be hot as hell. So the green beans are definitely ready. You basically stir a little bit of water. Now what I want to do with the green beans is, since I got a steamer thing in there, and I steamed my vegetables, take the steamer out, and then put the green beans on top of the rice. Everywhere, so put a bit of green. We cut the seed leprechauns in here. You know, put the sink. And of course, I'm gonna have to clean that pot later. And of course, turn yoga flame off. Yoga flame! Yoga fire! Whew. Okay, so the easy part is pretty much done, particularly. Got a little bit of cold in that pot, it's so cold. Of course, I'll clean that in a bit. Now, some of you, jeez, that was fucking stupid. Ooh, pardon my French. See, what happened was I touched the tip of the stove. Whew, boy, is it warm. Now what I basically got to do next, oh boy, let's see how the chicken's coming out. See, since I have it on 500 degrees, it speeds up the cooking time. And since I'm live streaming, like, well, I gotta be careful now. Like I'm gonna be touching a cookie sheet, which is extremely boiling hot. So if you see me go, ouch, son of a bee. Okay, that didn't work, so I gotta basically hold it like this. Close the oven and put it down to a low temperature because I'm getting close to pretty much overtime here. Almost done. Okay, let me show you. Okay, the chicken is... Now, the one thing is if your skin basically attaches itself to the foil, see, that's all white. Now, one pink in there. Definitely good. You want to make sure that your meat doesn't have pink. That's why I basically poked a knife through the chicken. And sometimes the juices from the inside is kind of like a gravy. So I take a look at this one, and you know, this is the one that was like, oh, ugh, you know, close up. Okay, so I think they're pretty much ready to be served. Probably put it in for like a few more minutes. If you want it really cooked, put it in for like, keep it in for another 5-10 minutes or so. But I think these are definitely ready to be cooked because they were in the oven for like a few minutes. And since I had the degree temperature at 500 degrees, it cooked faster. So, with that being said, your chicken and grinding the rice and using the witchquartz instead of using the towel so I don't burn my hand. And of course, you want to basically serve the right amount. And if you have any leftovers, you can take some for you to work or school, well, depending on whatever you do. And of course, take this bad boy and put it in the sink. Hot out of the way. Water. This there. Back in. Get the tongues back behind the sink. And I'll clean that in a little bit after I cut stream. Now, the next thing you got to basically do is the serving part, which is not bad. It's quick, fast, depending on how you want to serve your, serve your meal. Is, you know, it's just like, it's like hard as rocks in here. Like, even it out. If you have leftover rice or whatever, I normally count how many servings and stuff like that, but you know, since I'm streaming, I'm gonna lose count, so I'll just put whatever. A little extra witchquartz. See, rice, if you basically eat enough of it, it will fill you up a little bit. Meaning, in other words, if you eat like a lot of rice, some people basically don't think this is true, but it is. Sometimes if you eat a little too much of it, it expands in your stomach because it absorbs acids and stuff like that, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm not right, put a compliment under this video, which was a live stream. And hello, viewer. Yeah, you're just in. Oh, he left. Oh, that's mean. You know. Okay, so we're just about almost done with this. Got a little bit of leftover here. Damn it. Okay, got a little too much rice. Take that. this out. That. Put leftovers in a container for tomorrow, whatever day. Certain foods could be left in the fridge for like maybe a week or a few days. Put that in the sink. Put that there. Alright. And of course, this is your leftovers if you ever want to put like a little bit of what you call on your meal. Put that in the fridge on the door. And there you have it. Chicken, rice, and greens. Good. Okay, let me... Ow, shit. Okay. I gotta pull the computer away from the stove because I'm done streaming. I gotta turn off the stove light. Whew, my computer's hot. So that's what happens when you do a live stream near stove. Everything gets hot. Not a good thing. I should have did a video recording, but I only do like 15-minute videos. But live streams, I think I can do a little longer. Alright, I guess I'm gonna end here. So I hope you enjoyed this little cooking video. Let's see if anybody left me anything in the chat. Nope. Damn, that's mean. Oh, that's cold. Alright, go back to, let's finish that. Well, let's see. I could basically give you the play-by-play of what I'm watching. The kind of take from the look at this game that Mars Girl is playing, it's, you know, Fist of the North Star, Cannon's Rage is, it kind of looks a little bit like Ninja Gaiden. So, you know, yeah. Alright, so if I want to do the credits and stuff like that, I'm going to just mute the sound so I could basically use the sound. Whew. Oh boy, it is hot in here. So that is this edition of Let's Cook This. If we, let's. I forgot what I called this. But thank you for coming. Thank you for watching. And as always, I am very appreciative of any viewer that watches my videos here on YouTube or watches my live streams now here on YouTube. And of course, I do Let's Plays and whatever else. So until next time, this is John Illuminati saying peace out. See you next time, or I'll see you Thursday evening here on YouTube. Till next time, peace out. Laters. Okay, before I really I'm going to restart I'm going to restart that just in case you missed the ending credits. I always like to play the credits properly, so here we go.